Let's flip this around real quick. Oh yeah, streaming live on YouTube in portrait mode on an iPhone. How much more obnoxious can one get? Whew. What's up, guys? It's Trevor with High Desert Tactical, and I figured I would do a quick live video talking about this whole social distancing, COVID-19, coronavirus, pandemic, whatnot, especially the point of view of a Central Oregonian. And what would be better to share it with you if you're even interested? I kind of thought I would kind of just give an update and also explain some stuff. For those of you that are not aware, I am on Instagram under High Desert Tactical, and I was kind of curious about doing stories and stuff on High Desert Tactical. And I'm just kind of checking some stuff here on the old phone, making sure I know what I'm doing. Let's see here. And I thought, okay, so we're kind of get back on point because you guys probably have stuff to do, or maybe you don't because you're stuck at home like me. So wanted to give you guys an update of what I'm doing and maybe see what you are doing here on the old YouTube and with all this pandemic BS going on. So, try to make a long story longer by the usual Trevor storytelling technique. Um, my wife, my dad, and I live on 20 acres that my dad and I own together with obviously my wife, but my dad and I have had this property before Sarah and I got married 3 years ago. So we live out in the country in Central Oregon, and this whole pandemic thing really kind of started rolling and getting going, and we didn't really take it too serious, but uh, obviously, I'm still. We obviously heed what we're learning about, and so obviously, crap has really gotten serious here in Oregon. Our governor has basically initiated like a closure of all kinds of businesses. Public schools are closed until April, May, or something like that, and even possibly they may not even uh, open up. They may be canceled for the rest of the year. Um, she has ordered that no more than 10 people are together. Requested that everybody stays home unless you need to go out for necessities and things like that. And so, um, I'm trying to see if there's a way to see the chat. And so, but it doesn't show anything. But that doesn't mean anybody's chatting either. So, no more than 10 people, closing down all businesses except for ones that are necessities like gas stations, grocery stores, and apparently marijuana, which is legal in Oregon. That's a necessity. So all the marijuana pot shops are still open to the public. Restaurants are open except for no seating. They used to be outdoor seating was allowed. You could go get your food and then sit outside, but now that's not the case. You can't sit outside. So any restaurant that can stay open is doing curbside. So you'll order your food and then they'll bring it out to you, and then you got to take it out and leave. Um, Sad part of that is a lot of people were talking about these businesses closing down, and it's not a big deal. Some people say because, like, obviously, if the government forces your business to close down due to a disaster or pandemic and things like that, your insurance will cover part of that for you. And one business that has been in Oregon since the day I was like longer than I've been alive, which is over 40 years. I think the place has been open for almost 50 years. It's a place called Jake's Diner in Central Oregon Bend. It's a very well known. It used to be a truck stop, and then obviously they closed down the truck stop because Bend doesn't need it anymore. Truck stops aren't as big as they used to be. But the diner was so popular that they moved it to another part of Bend, and it just has been open. The VA loves to go there. Band of Brothers loves to go there. They have all kinds of meetings. The owner of Jake's, who I can't think of his name right now, is very involved with the community, with veterans, supporting like Oregon Hunters Association, Oregon Bowhunter OBH Association, Oregon Bowhunters. Like very, very, very involved person, good community member. Well, he decided he would do takeout and not allow indoor seating per the request of our governor. And apparently, you have to have certain like insurance things to be able to do takeout properly. And to make up the loss, the insurance has to pay for part of that because your business is lost, like its internal customers and things like that. Well, apparently, Jake's insurance won't cover biological hazards and stuff, so he has to close down because he can't afford to pay for his business. And I don't know if you're a business person or not, but like you kind of equate to like how big your business is, how many square feet your business is, and like how much does it cost per square foot to run that business. And if you like nix out half or more of your square footage, which is where your customers are, you lose money. And so financially, Jake's couldn't do it. So he's not able to do curbside or pickup. And so he has to close down. And, you know, you use the word close down and it, you know, that sounds like inevitable, like it'll no longer, or not inevitable, but permanent. And so like they're closed. I don't know if they're gonna actually be closed or not permanently. I'm not sure how that works. Maybe the insurance. Oh, Eric King. I started taking it serious when GRO outlets were or shelves were bare. Yeah, grocery outlets shelves were bare. Yeah, totally. I agree. One comment. Thank you, Eric. Just want to acknowledge you since I can. uh yeah, so yeah, absolutely. People are panicking, buying up everything, making it extremely hard for some people that didn't take it serious. And that on another subject, kind of bust off about what's going on. So bare necessities, can't really do anything. You're not really supposed to be social. Like our sportsman show was canceled. South by Northwest, like that big show was canceled. Like all kinds of things. My wife had a like a union thing that she had to go to in another state that was canceled. It was a big deal. There's a huge like voting thing that's going on that she's involved with that was canceled. That's a huge deal because that is supposed to set the guidelines for what's going on for her employment for the next year. And so that's, you know, like that's really a negative thing for them. So here we are out on the 20 acres, Sarah, Dad, and I. And, you know, just to inform you guys, if you're interested, no panic been gathered. Oop, I lost it. I can't see the comment anymore. I, I'm sorry. Those comments vanish. I've never done a live, so I missed it, Eric. I'm sorry. I'll have to look back at it. I can comment back to you later. Um, so I wonder if you swipe. There we are. No panic been gathering for years. Two tours to the Mid East taught me to stay safe, bro. Oh, okay. Thanks, Eric. Service. Very much appreciate it, my good man. Um, so we're here out on the property, and we're prepared as best as we can be prepared. We have food, we have water, we have wood stove, so we have heat. Luckily, we're towards the end of the winter, so we don't have to deal with really extreme cold temperatures to like deal with. We're all three of us are super healthy. Um, I mentioned in my Instagram story or my live that you know my dad is 83 years old and he is like what you know a high risk type person in a way. For my dad being as old as he is, he's extremely healthy, no respiratory issues. Um, just came back from a physical a few months ago, and the doctor told him, "Whatever you're doing, keep doing it." The guy literally can haul a ton of hay. That's how tough my dad is. So I'm not too concerned about my dad. I still want to be safe and not be like not care. I want to make sure that people like I care, and so like that's why like me and Sarah have been on the property for like the last 8 or 9 days, and we just went into a little town because we decided not to go into big town. We'd rather pay the premium in money because things cost more in the little town, but we'd rather pay the premium in money for the less people that you deal with while you're there. And so we went into town, did some shopping. Shelves are bare, obviously no toilet paper. Rice is all gone. Um, we have rice and things and pasta and stuff, so we're really set as best as we can be. I got water, you know, but we're just sitting here trying to figure out what we're gonna do. Let me flip it around. So this is our property. There's the Cascades. That's the Three Sisters. I'm sitting in the cottage or on the porch of the cottage. That's the big house. So, um, yeah, I don't know. We're just trying to make it as best as we can. Trying to be super cautious about staying clean and sanitizing and staying away. Obviously, when Dad and I went into town, we obviously have some hand sanitizer in the car, and so every time we would did 2 stops and hand sanitized when we came back in from the first, went out, hand sanitized when we came in from the second, came home. And so that's basically what we're doing, hanging out. So I don't know what you guys have been doing. Like, let me know like the preparations you have. Like, I, if you're familiar with my YouTube, like, I don't consider myself a prepper by any means. I'm not like a crazy prepper or anything like that, but I do believe that I'm a person that prepares. So like you know, a we have, a couple months supply of dried goods and food that I have in our garage, like MREs and things like that. And then I have water. We have a well. We have medication, things like that. So we're like somewhat prepared, but not. I don't think we're like bunker in the ground type prepared where I could cut myself off from civilization indefinitely. But we still need internet doing this kind of BS. But we'll see how that goes. That's another thing that's kind of interesting is like people are talking about the bandwidth loads on the world's or the US's network via Wi-Fi, which I'm on right now, or cellular data or whatever, internet. And so like I'm kind of wondering how the infrastructure will behave. Um, we've been into this whole pandemic kind of crisis where like Central Oregon has been like slowed down to like almost a halt socially, and schools are shut down, so tons of kids are home, and our internet has behaved just fine, and so like nothing crazy has happened. So like I did hear that like an internet provider in Redmond and Bend went down for a little bit and people were freaking out, but we haven't experienced that. And if we do, it's not like we don't have books or I got power, so I got DVDs. If you've ever seen some of my other videos, I have like a whole wall literally full of thousands of DVDs that I've bought over the years since I was like 16. So I could do that and watch some TV and watch movies. And, Sarah and I've played a couple card games and had a good time. But yeah, this is really about the gist of the video. Just talk about social distancing and what we're doing, how serious we're taking it. So we're at the almost 15-minute mark, and I guess I'll probably quit chatting your ear off, but leave a comment down below if you watch this whole thing. I appreciate your time and sitting with me. Let me know if you're interested in doing a few more, me doing more lives where I would be more involved. Send me some questions. I might be able to answer them over the video. So, yeah. Other than that, you guys take care, be safe, and I will catch you later.